Hello and welcome to another episode. This one I better put the timer on because so far the last two episodes I have not put the timer on, and I think the last one I actually went on rambling a bit. So I want to kind of keep myself on time for this one a bit better. But welcome to another episode. I'm Zelmont, and this is my little YouTube series where I play Ark in the background and talk about different stuff. Usually about life kind of topics. Today's topic actually is somewhat game related, although it's not going to be gameplay. But it's my opinion and thoughts on unofficial servers. It was a topic that actually come up in discussion on Global Chat here yesterday, where we were talking about unofficial servers. One of the people who plays on this server, on this official server here, he also plays on an unofficial cluster. And so we were all kind of talking about it. And it's me. I used to play. For those who've watched the series, you'll know. But if you go back through my older videos, you'll see that I played on an unofficial server. In fact, I literally went exclusively to an unofficial server only to have them wipe. I was very, very upset. Just because, I had had I had a castle that I built, like a full-on castle on Gen 2. Now, it was a smaller castle, in all actuality, but given it was my first real project, it was my first project on official with that character, and I did it without any dinos. It was a long project. But at the time I was actually off work for a bit because of COVID, so it was my COVID project. But like I said, I went exclusively to this server cluster, Unity Boost, because I'd been playing on and off it at that point already for a couple of years. Kept going back and forth between official and it. Initially my plan had been to maintain my castle, but I was finding, I was going to here and it seemed a stable server. The server owner was kept putting out there that they have funding for at least the next couple of years. Even if all the people fall off, the server cluster itself would stick around. So I'm like, yay, whatever, a forever home. Let's, because I'm a working man, and so, boosted rates, that helps, and, so I went exclusively. I let my castle go. And then, 3 months after I let my castle go, they announced that they were wiping. And it's one of those, for me, it came as a blindside, so I was pissed, but in all actuality, I actually understand how it come for them. Their old crew was falling off. I still disagree with the reasoning. I do on a fundamental level. I disagree, but they're the ones paying the bills, so I get it. But when it comes down to it, the reason that they did a wipe was because the old players wanted a fresh start and didn't have the self-discipline to not buy existing dino lines. And that's really what it comes down to. That's why there was a wipe. Because the other reason was they were just kind of switching the settings, but there was no reason to do a wipe with the changes. You could have just changed the settings. But they did decide to do a wipe, not just change the settings, because, like I say, the old crew, the clique for the server cluster, the ones who primarily funded the server cluster, they wanted their fresh start, and like I say, they and the argument that I made is, well, you can do a fresh start anytime you want. There's no reason to wipe the server. There's no reason for me to lose all of my stuff because you want to do a fresh start. You can do a fresh start at any point yourself. Like I say, they didn't have the self-discipline to not buy pre-existing Dyna lines. So they wiped the server to wipe out the pre-existing Dyna lines, right? And that was it. When they did that, and like I say, it was especially like I swore off unofficial servers. I was no longer going to do unofficial servers, period. Because, like I say, this was, because, some people make that argument. Oh, well, this server is strong. Oh, well, they don't do wipes. Oh, yeah, neither did this. Unity Boost didn't do wipes. They'd been there for years. The funding was already there. The servers were already paid for at least a year in advance. And they still ended up with a wipe. And like I say, when I look at their reasoning and how it was from their perspective, and they were starting to lose people. People were stopping donating. The people who did most of the donating were stopping playing, like just leaving the servers entirely because they were getting bored of Ark. And Ark 1 is now done. There's no new content that's going to be coming out anymore, essentially. So like they were trying to refresh things, kind of things. So they initially had started another server that was kind of a sister cluster to this cluster, and it only had a couple maps. Where the settings were, it was kind of, the idea was it was in between Unity Boost settings and official settings, right? And and then they decided that they were going to do that for the whole server cluster. All the server cluster was going to be those settings, and in doing so, like I say, the big thing for me was the wipe. That was what done it for me. It's like you're really, all my progress is being wiped because they can't say no. Like they can't control themselves, so I need to lose everything I have. Great. So that's me. I'm unofficial servers definitely have their benefits, but the problem is that you're at the whims of the admin and then the owners of the server, period. And even with your good ones, even with the ones that they don't do wipes, they're paid for a long time. It's their personal one, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It can be wiped, and whether you think it will or not, like it can happen, and that's the problem. So, even though official is more of a grind, you know what? I'm going to play on official because there is no wipe. Period. I have this forever as long as I can keep it refreshed, and I'm never going to give up a big project like what I had on Gen 2. Like this place, this is beautiful, man. I love my base. I really, absolutely love my base. And it's amazing. Like everything. I love every aspect. I love this tower. I want to start doing like journal entries and kind of things in these though. But meh. I love it. I love my tower. I love my hall. Just, I love it. I love it. Don't you love it? Leave a like and let me know that you love it. Like, this is gorgeous. Wouldn't you want this? Like, especially you got on set. Like, this is free build. Like, there's no. I didn't look up any plans. This was just me free building. And it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Like, and it's functional, right? I absolutely love it. And then, like, really, let's get on the Wyvern. But right, like, I love it. There's the main, and then we got our public house. Oh. fire pit, right? Like, how do you not love this? Like, this is amazing. And, because I'm unofficial, it's never going to get wiped. Official PvE, this is never going to get wiped. It's forever. As long as I keep it refreshed. But anyway, I love my base. But that was my Gen 2 one, actually. I really should not have let it go. That was the biggest thing, and why I really got so mad and swore off Unofficial, period. Otherwise, I probably would have stuck with Unity Boost in all actuality. I probably would have took the wipe and just been like, you know what, whatever. Because, I do. Like, the Unofficial does the boosted, when if you have a life, the grind on Official is real. Like, doing the breeding on Official here, I really don't like it. I really wish it was boosted a lot more. I can only breed once every day, maybe every 2 days. 8-hour freaking pregnancy on my otters. Like, are you serious? I have a life. Like, I'm a busy man. I have a family. I'm a kitchen supervisor with aspirations for more. Much more, actually. Initially, like right now, where the current aim is on kitchen manager. I really am aiming for it. I want more. Oh. But then after that, like, that's not even actually enough. The next one after that, I want my own place. I want James's Gamer Diner and Esports Bar. 24-hour establishment. I'm not sure how the liquor license would work for the bar part. Stop. Obviously, I don't know about other places, but I know here you can't be open 20. You can't serve liquor 24 hours a day. But the bar itself would still be essentially open for food, and well, it's a different atmosphere from the gamer diner, right? But essentially, like, it's truck stop meets rec room. I don't know if you've ever seen the rec room in Edmonton, or well, they have other locations too, but more of a higher scale Chuck E. Cheese, really. But yeah, it's something like that, but like also meets the truck stop. Like, it's kind of a 24-hour truck stop with, I don't know. I have it in my head, and for here, I don't know if it would vote elsewhere. I know here it would be amazing. Here would be the place to go, and that's the point. That's why I want to do it. I want to show people how it's done. This is I can do it. Let me do it. I'll show you. I'll show you how you do it. Because I know locally there's been people have talked a bit from time to time about arcades, and arcades for the most part they're gone, but you can kind of use an arcade as a gimmick type deal to draw business in, right? And that's where you go, like I say, like it's the rec room kind of thing, but there's more you can do than what they do with it. Me, given the local atmosphere, there actually is quite a bit of Dungeons and Dragons and collectible card games and that kind of stuff going on in the area. Enough that I think tying that in with a food and beverage establishment would actually work really well. and be a good pairing. Like I say, once again, it's kind of a gimmick to draw people in for the business, right? Like you come in, we'll even have rooms dedicated for people to do whatever. Could depending on the way things go, even look into talking with Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro about partnership programs type deal. So that we can throw official tournaments and that type deal, right? Yeah, be great, wouldn't it? No, totally got off topic on that one. I should have just left it when my timer went, right? But anyways, if you found yourself enjoying the video, definitely leave a like, subscribe for more content. Comment, let me know your thoughts. Feel free to share. And until next time, later. Do. Bye.